Their Majesties King Charles III and the Queen Consort start their journey towards Westminster Abbey. For 70 years he has been the heir to the throne, but now His Majesty makes his way to be the 40th monarch crowned in Westminster Abbey, the 62nd monarch overall. And this a journey he has made so many times in his life, but this time is exceptional and historic. And we pass the magnificent white marble tribute to Queen Victoria, who was the first monarch to take this route to her coronation in 1838. And her statue there looks directly down the Mall, and she'll keep an eye on her great-great-great-grandson as he travels with his queen to fulfill his destiny. And the Diamond Jubilee State Coach there, in all its glory. And the Windsor Greys, 6 Windsor Greys, pulling the carriage, decorated with royal blue, and their main dressings are customarily crimson, but they've been changed on this occasion, and royal blue, the colour selected. With good reason. On the way back, when we see the coronation procession, they will use the glorious gold state coach, which is even more regal and sparkling, but it has no suspension, which means it's not entirely conducive to arriving in tip-top form for a long service. Queen Victoria actually refused to travel in it because of its disturbing oscillation. And William IV said it was like being aboard a ship in rough seas. Even Queen Elizabeth II said it wasn't very comfortable. So instead, this coach, which is very different. It's a much smoother ride. It has 6 hydraulic stabilizers. It has electric windows. It has air used to decorate it. And the King in their ceremonial robes and looking relaxed and happy, acknowledging the crowd who've been gathered here, some of them from 2 days ago, but many coming in the early hours of this morning to get a prime position. And that gilded crown on top of the coach was carved from oak from HMS Victory. And if you see inside, you see the handrails there. They're made from timber from the Royal Yacht Britannia. And preceding the Diamond Jubilee State Coach, we have the mounted band of the Household Cavalry. And as they make their way down the Mall, they pass a rather lovely statue of Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother, who was so much a part of King Charles's childhood. In fact, the last time he attended a coronation, he sat with the Queen in a tribute at her funeral. She seemed gloriously unstoppable, and since I was a child, I adored her. You see the Sovereign's escort there. The Blues and Royals in front, the lifeguards with their white plumes behind the coach. You can hear the cheers of the crowd and genuine enthusiasm and excitement. And Apollo and Atlas proving a little difficult, I think Apollo is. helps to keep on the straight and narrow. See the skill of the drummers. These enormous horses. And the Windsor Greys, originally named because they were kept in the mews at Windsor for private use by Queen Victoria and her family to draw carriages around the great park. And we have Icon and Shadow, Milford Haven and Newark, Echo and Knightsbridge are the 6 who are drawing this coach. You'll see 8 of them on the way back with the gold state coach. You hear the music from the Household Cavalry mounted bands, and with over 60 musicians, it is now the largest regular military band in the UK, led on procession today by Major Paul Hollis Smith. That is, with the Queen Victoria Memorial behind, Buckingham Palace and the Royal Standard flying, and the various flags, Union flags and all those flags from the Commonwealth nations and realms along the Mall. And when crowds came to the Queen's coronation, they watched through periscopes. Now they film it on their phone. In the days before television and long before social media, and at every point the streetliners from the 3 armed forces stand at 5-pace intervals. The 2-hour service. The return procession, the coronation procession, which will be in his and hers sit-down chairs. Is a rather more comfortable way to arrive. Later, for the return procession, which will form up during the service and will stretch for a mile long, and he will give the command from Parliament Square. That will be passed all the way down to the front, and the procession will march off together. And also, and Lord Mountbatten famously told George VI on becoming king that there is no more fitting preparation to be king than to have been trained in the Royal Navy. The statue of Charles I. We have the escort commander, Major Ed van der Laan, riding a javelin. Now she can be a bit of a handful. She's known as the That is her nickname. She's behaving extremely well. They say she's mellowed with age. which is good because the Major has only recently completed his riding training just in February. This is his first ceremony, highlight of my career today.
Diamond Jubilee States.
We'll leave the procession momentarily and head back to Hugh in Westminster.
Here at the Abbey, in front of the Abbey itself, down near the Coronation Theatre. Prince Harry was here without his wife Meghan and 2 children. His son Archie celebrating his birthday today over in California. Just entering the Abbey.